Alright, today we're gonna make a video about this Unify UMR, which is stand for Unify Mobile Router. Very interesting product since it's released about 10 months ago, and I just happened to see it. Now I do have a lot of mobile router around, such as a T-Mobile home internet and they call it the generation 4th and generation 3. And those are all with me right now. As you can see, this one also with me is the GL-iNet, which is another cellular SIM card modem. This one is about $300-$400, I think. And this one, of course, is a T-Mobile home internet that when you clean out houses, you will see a lot of these. I don't think this currently working just because if you don't have an actual T-Mobile home internet plan, when they trying to push for update, it will stuck at 0%. So this just basically at this point a break. So anyway, that it's stuck. And so anyway, so we have over here is the main focus of this video. So today basically we're talking over here. You got two antenna, right? On the box it says mobile 1 and mobile 2, and those are Cat 4 cellular LTE technology that uses, and then the GPS is uses, actually it's not used what you think it used for. It is using for they call a unified mobility management cloud software, so you know where the device this device at all time at. So that way you can use it for stationary or non-stationary. It's just to track where this device at. It's actually pretty cool, but you know, there is other concern to it. I will talk about it in a minute. Over here you can see I do have a PoE plug into here. Here's your PoE in and PoE out. So the black one is to a Helium hotspot outdoor. It was powered by PoE. Because this device does have a PoE pass-through, you are able to use this, but just keep in mind this does get very, very warm. So I suggest probably mount it somewhere that's away from the sun if you're gonna mount outdoor. Now this theoretically speed is about 150 with a 150 megabyte down and 50 up, give and take, something probably lower, depending on the tower condition and all of that stuff. Now you might be wondering, why do I getting this versus using the GL-iNet or this router right here, this particular one? Well, this one has more of capability, and it's more of you can make it mobile or station or movable unit that just require a PoE, because this right here is all the brick right here is all you need to power this device. And if you have PoE device out, you can truly utilize this quite a bit. Now this does come with subscription, keep in mind. Do not know how much it is, but I do know this comes with a subscription of cloud software managed some kind of thing. It would not be surprised me, and after the free trial I will figure out how much it is, but for now I do not know. Because this is the only unit that I got, I really don't have any testing and all that stuff. Now I'm sure I could put a other carrier network SIM card in, but for now this is a T-Mobile voice line. Okay, so on the magenta plan. So now I'm sure in the comment section is, oh no, you can't do that, it's, you know, won't work and all that stuff. Well, it works just fine. Okay, yes, you get video throttling as you usually do on the Magenta Unlimited at 480p resolution, but overall those kind of limitation come with whatever one you put into, whether you put in here or here. Now the other interesting thing I want to talk about is this device was purchase through a local store. They call it third party technically, not from Unify directly, but it has somebody else's account linked to it because it is a open box, and I want to try out this device. This is the UMR Industrial. Original price, it is a $199. Now I could get the one that's the white one for the router, but I really just want to try out this one first to see what I'm thinking about. And for what my deployment is, basically mobile scenario, okay? Anywhere, internet is not accessible or internet sucks indoor, and you can use this. And then over here it do have a Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi antenna on this one is pretty suck. So you can see right here, those are labeled. Those are Wi-Fi antenna, just to let you know. I did look it up on the diagram. Over here, you do have a USB-C as power initially. And then you also have a 2 Ethernet port, like I talked about, PoE out in it. And then you have a DC input on the power. Now, I don't see that very often. Maybe you see that in RV, but I do not see that in residential use very often. That's another reason why they definitely come prepared with all the you potentially need. Now, my unit come pre-assembled for the antenna and all that stuff, but I'm not sure what does it supposed to be look like, how it's supposed to become, but mine is a came with the antenna. The antenna is looks typical antenna, okay? So it definitely feel pretty plastic, but it's pretty sturdy. It's not gonna break, okay? So if you were to go into the Ultra unit, it's about $129. Manufacturer's suggested price is about $129, okay? And this is $199. The only difference is this able to, I personally think they all about the same. Yeah, really close comparison. The Ultra does not have pass-through. Maybe it does, but I don't remember. So, but I'm focused on this product particularly. So, and the other thing is, speaking of purchasing through third party as a open box, when you purchase the device, there is a QR code, and it's a activation code, they call it. You do want to make sure if you run into a activation error, which it says this device has already been activated under different Unified account, you need to chat customer service, and then they submit a ticket. And then once they submit a ticket, they do everything coordinate through email. Give them MAC ID, which is also on the back of the device. My suggestion is scan the QR code. This QR code gonna give you the MAC ID and the activation code. You copy those together into the email, and then tell them, and then you purchase this through third party. Now you do need a receipt to prove it, okay? You can't just steal somebody's and say, hey, I want to activate this on my account. Now that doesn't happen very often, but you do need to have a proof of purchase. So if you don't, be sure to prepare to get that. All right. So I don't want you guys to be like, well, I bought it, I used on Facebook Market. Well, that doesn't count. You can't. And that's another reason why they need to make sure they supplied receipt. Or the previous owner, when you purchase, if you purchase this through Facebook Market, you need to make sure the other person has it removed from its account. If not, you will have to reach out to support. And if they removed it and you still have issue activating, then definitely contact support. But they do everything through email, and that's, about as complicated as it gets. And which is, if you get the answer fairly quick and within 1 to 2 business days, and you're good, because they do respond to your ticket really quickly, decently amount. So I really like Unify, and I think they're a great company. So, the setup, you do need to make sure when you set this up, you want to use a 48 volt PoE. This one is a one that came with a helium device, which is only come with 30 watt. So when you inject the 30 watt into here, it won't work. It won't enable the PoE port. Now, once you enable the PoE port, you got to remember, you cannot, I repeat, cannot plug anything else into it, because this device apparently dumb enough not to be able to negotiate. On the page, it tells you, be sure to know what you're plugging in, because you might fry the other electronics if you don't be careful. So they're just warning you that, but I also let you know that could happen, but I didn't try it myself. So if you have another PoE device, whether it's camera or whatever, perfect, right there. This device, this thing's getting, like I say, pretty warm. So after I enabled the PoE pass-through, and before that, it was pretty chill and cool, just sitting on the shelf doing nothing. The data right now, I had not put it outside yet, but as we stand, it's only 55 meg down and 20 up. So it's not the best, but it's good enough for healing, mining, and hotspot and all that stuff. And that's all I use it for. And that data line is just for reserve and spare. So yeah. Anyway, it's always nice to have an extra mobile line around to test those things around. Now, you do notice I have the gateway, cloud gateway. You are able to use this as a secondary backup, so to indirectly in that, but it does not work as nearly as good as this device. Let me show you. This is the Unify LTE device. Okay, so right here is the ULTE. Okay, so that does not nearly as seamless to communicate with it. Now, we have a dream machine at my parents' house now that this technically could hook up to, and then will automatically kick to the LTE when the internet is down. Now, this is very expensive. Now, this is about $199, so $200. And the data plan itself is $15 for a gig. It sounds outrageous. They're using AT&T network, and you cannot, I said again, you cannot connect this to your own SIM card. They do sell the ULTE Pro that you can do that with, but this one, don't think about it. But this, if you want a simple setup, ready to go, this is good enough. Okay, so but it is pretty expensive, so you're paying for it for sure. Now this been sitting here for a minute and has not been activated, so yeah, that's just sitting here. So it's powered by through PoE. It does not have any other power source to it. So that's pretty much wrap it up this video. Hopefully this video helpful. The main point is, when you purchase this, be sure the other person removed from their account. Otherwise, you can't even set it up. Once you log in, you make sure you can factory reset it first, so that everything to your not the previous owner. If you were buying this used, if you're buying this new, you're good. Don't have to worry about that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.